And then after you say that, I'm gonna share the Aretha Franklin situation about her at Kent State University and who was our opening act. Okay. I'm about to clear this damn computer out. This thing that's moving around, full of stuff. Let's see. Still twisting around. That's why I have.
So thanks to you, Calhoun, I wanted to be that songwriter, guitar player.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna have you send that live. I'm just having an issue with this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
With this.
I appreciate that, Ron.
YouTube. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
So Calhoun, as you was teaching me to be that guitar player that is going to write songs, so I had the opportunity to write songs, and I got a spec deal at Sigma Sounds in New York. My friend, her father is responsible for why we listen to sound today. She was a recording engineer up at Sigma. So the president that was running it at that time, he gave me a spec deal. He told me I could have every Sunday, nothing happening on Sunday. You got any room on the 7th or the 8th floor. So I go there, take my band. I had bought me a station wagon so they could all come to my house, drive to New York. I get up, I go on the wrong floor. I go on the 8th floor now. Sigma Sound was in the Ed Sullivan building in New York, where they have the Ed Sullivan show.
Yeah, man.
So on the 7th floor, Sigma Sound. And I go on the 8th floor and I walk right into Full Force's recording session. So I didn't know who they were. I just saw their medallions, right? So every Sunday, man, for about 6 months, I'm either on the same floor with Lisa Colgem in Studio C, Full Forces in Studio B, and my group, Jerome Mitchell, man. I'm the man, right?
Yeah.
So
that's beautiful.
I got that opportunity. I got that opportunity because just think, if I was just thought about just being a guitar player, I would never had that opportunity to try to horn in and change my destiny with songwriting.
Man, thank you, man. To God be the glory. Yes.
I ended up at Sigma Sound.
I never recorded at Sigma, so you got me on that one.
I recorded Sigma. I recorded Atlantic Records.
Did you mean United Sound when you were talking about? Was that in Detroit or Jersey?
Sigma Sounds.
I know, but you mentioned Atlantic, and one time did you mean to say Atlantic, or were you saying United Sound?
No, Atlantic.
Okay.
Atlantic. Okay. I was working out in Atlanta. I was on a project with. Man, it's you know how this music thing goes. But I was on a project with MC Hammer Gangster Rap.
Yeah.
This group called the DBGs out of Detroit. It was called Detroit Band of Gangsters, the DBGs.
Humps in a bone. Humps in a bone.
You remember a group called the Chicago Gangsters?
Yeah, I heard of them. John knows about them. John could probably name the members of the group.
One of them was one of my mentors, James McCants.
Oh, James McCants from Akron, Ohio?
Yes, sir.
Wow. I went to court, copyright infringement case with James McCants with Heat Records.
Yeah, exactly. Was it the one with was it Frederick or the one with Tolliver?
It was Tolliver. Tolliver, they put out a record of mine called Keep On Loving You, and I did it with MCA, and they sent me an attorney to challenge James McCants because they put the song out after I wrote it. They said they weren't going to do it, but when I got my deal and put it out, they put it out too. So MCA wanted to stop it, and they did.
Yeah, that's very normal for that thing to happen. That's why I keep telling people about doing stuff or having features with people and having it out there, because when, like you said, when the big label put it out, here goes somebody, putting it out again. So that happens very often. Like somebody was telling, I was just telling somebody the other day about doing features. I say the way a feature would hurt you is that if it's an artist that's bigger than you, fine, because it can't hurt you. But if it's an artist that's not as big as you or equal to you, once you blow up, they may put the record out that they did with you, and now the consumer have to figure out which record I like the best, the one that the artist that I like is putting out, or the one that this other person they did a feature with is putting out. And the consumers get confused, and they can end up hurting what you're trying to accomplish. So that's my thing on about features. I mean, even though yours wasn't a feature, but I'm saying as far as stuff floating around with other people in general.
I got a feature out now with Heidi Tan because she's really big in the Philippines. She's Filipino. So I wanted to put her out there and kind of feature us. This is Heidi Tan with Kinsman Daz Band.
Right.
You know, the way War came out, they came out with Eric Burden and War with Spill That Wine, Spill the Wine, Take That Girl. And that's how War was introduced.
Yeah, I love that song.
Yeah.
My Aretha Franklin situation, I was in high school. My brother was going to Kent State University, and we had tickets to see Aretha Franklin. She played in the Kent State Gymnasium. And it was like, oh my God, I'm like a little kid. That probably was my first concert, as I recall, or whatever, seeing Aretha Franklin. And she was, big at the time and all of that. Her opening act was a new group called the Spinners.
Wow.
There was her opening act was a new group called the Spinners. First time we knew anything about them. It was the first album. They had like 4 hits on there that was like, all of them was like crazy. So imagine seeing them perform live as a kid and then find out they had an album out, and those songs that I saw them perform is on there and blowing up and going gold and stuff or whatever.
That was historic, man. That was historic. You saw history.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then the Aretha Franklin song that I played, Until You Come Back to Me, that's one of my favorite songs because I was I'm rarely in love, but I was in college and I was in love with this girl that went to Akron U. And I would go down to Akron on the weekends or something to visit her or whatever, and that was our song. And then I lost contact with her. And so actually the song, Until You Come Back to Me, that's all I'm going to do. So, and I like the song so much that when I signed an artist, a female singer that had like a strong voice like a Mariah Carey or whatever, I had her do that song named Crystal. She said, she did a version of that song back like in 2008.
Yeah, it was good. You played it for us one time.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Aretha, she sounded like she got auto-tune on her voice. She was so good. Her voice was so pure.
Yeah, she one of them people that's like, just like Janice Dowling, for example, that did the song with Frederick Gentle.
Yeah,
Janice could go like from like a Luther Vandross to a Minnie Riperton type thing. What they call it, the 8-octave voice or something. What they call it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you guys for coming, and see you in 2 weeks. And two weeks from today, I think we're gonna do Larizzi. I actually already have the flyer done. We're gonna do an evening with Larizzi, the Afrobeats artist. He's gonna talk about where he's from, in Lagos, Nigeria, growing up, what it's like, instruments, all the stuff like we just did with Jerome today and yesterday, and with Mike and John, similar stuff. But it's going to be somebody, a young guy that's out here now, just getting a good start, getting his foot in the music industry. And, so see you next time.
All right. Peace out, Tom.
Peace out.
Thanks for coming. Thank you, everybody. Peace out, like you said.
Yeah, man.
Peace, hair grease, and soul.
Peace.
In the middle. Yeah.
Peace, hair grease, and Queen Karen.
And Soul Train.
Soul Train.
Peace out.
Barking me.